It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It
When's the
has
last time we
been.
did like divisional round of the playoffs or even earlier?
I don't remember. We kind
It's
of just
been a
like
while.
tailed off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had a baby.
You physically did or your family
Yes.
did? There you go. Yeah. Well, congrats from the Scorecast. I know we talked about it on Frustration Nation, but
We got a little guest in the building.
Yeah.
a
Yep.
new
So
listener of
watch.
the Scorecast.
So watch your language.
Yeah, I told the baby earmuffs, but he couldn't
Yeah,
even hear me, so it's fine.
it's a kids show.
Yeah.
I can make him hear you. Just
Okay.
got this other earbud here. No.
All right. So before we get into our picks, this is sponsored by Bet Rivers. New sponsor alert. Bow, 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 bow. So new users get up to $500 on a second chance bet when you sign up. So at the moment, it's only available to users in Illinois, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, and Louisiana. We're looking to get more soon. So in order to do this, make sure you scan the code at the corner of the screen or go to bit.ly/riversbets. The link's down below. If you have a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis accounts and services. All right, let's get back into the show.
So what are our picks for the big bowl? Is bowl okay to say?
Yeah,
Because the bowl games are a thing.
yeah. Okay,
All right.
so what's everyone's picks for this weekend?
I think we just start with the spread over under and then
Yeah.
get into like some of the props, right? I'm definitely Eagles. Last I saw it was still -1.5. Is that what we're seeing? I know it's fluctuated a little bit. It was out to 2.5 at one point. I think at one point Kansas City was favored. I think the opening line was 1.5, and now we're back to 1.5. So I feel comfortable at that number. I'm taking Eagles 1.5. I think anything where you get to 3, you're getting a little worried about backdoor covers and kind of stuff. But I think the Eagles win, and I like the number for them to win. So, yeah.
Do you believe in the NFL scripted? Do you see that meme? Do you
It's
think they're gonna
become
win
a
by
whole
3?
thing. So the whole is that the thing, right? The release script or whatever.
Yeah,
So
that was hilarious. By the
they'd
way,
cover if that was true. Yeah. So wasn't it like also like 45-42 or something crazy high
37,
scoring?
34.
Okay,
People have bet that correct score. It's like the 6th most bet on sports books.
Really? It's funny.
I don't see it there being a chance it's 37-34, honestly.
That's way too high.
These games like these,
yeah.
So here's the thing, games like these, everyone wants to look at the Eagles and the Chiefs offenses and are like, oh, it's definitely gonna go over. Oh, it's gonna be this big shootout. But the whole cliche of defense wins championships, I think really does ring true. Like when it was like even when you do have a shootout type Super Bowl, there's usually still a lot of defensive plays to be had.
Yep.
There's not a chance. I mean, I think it'll hit. I think I would probably bet the over more than the under, but
What's
the
the over
under? I think isn't it 50.5? That's what I saw. I think
I am at 50.5 right now. Yep. Which is a key number because that's 24 each side doesn't get you there. So
I'd probably take that over. But if you're saying I could see one team in the 30s potentially, but definitely not both. And what's being underrated is how well Chris Jones played in the AFC Championship game and how well Hassan Reddick played in the NFC Championship game.
Yep.
Like everyone's, the Chiefs are going to put up a lot of points. The Eagles gave up 7. The Eagles gave 14 points this postseason so far. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying like obviously the Chiefs are better than the Niners and they're better than the Giants, but the Eagles still give up only 14 points. Like there's something to be said about that.
So I'm glad you went that direction because I am betting the under. I've always liked NFL unders because it's contrarian, because you're gonna have people say Jalen Hurts, Patrick Mahomes. That's the narrative all week. You look at look at the weapons. You have AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, and then you have like Travis Kelce. He's gonna score 3 touchdowns by himself. I just like that it's contrarian to the national narrative. So I think the Eagles win a low scoring game. That's kind of not that
low-ish, hitting the under. I think you mean it's not really low.
Oh no. Can you hear me?
There we
Oh,
go.
now I can.
That was weird.
I thought that was me. I was like, oh no, did I do something?
It just said my internet connection's unstable. Much like my emotional state. So I think it's going to be Eagles defense continues to look really dominant. Their defensive line, really both sides of the ball, their trenches are just dominant. I think they're going to be able to run the ball. I think Kansas City's offensive line has kind of been a quiet issue for a little while, and it's going to be exposed a little bit by the Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to win this like 24-14, and it's close through the first half. They score late, and then Kansas City just kind of bogs down multiple times. So, yeah, I'm betting the under. I'm betting.
Did you
Kansas.
just say Kansas shitty?
Kansas
Is that what I heard you say?
Shitty.
Oh, that's
That's what I
awesome.
heard.
The Kansas Shitty Chiefs.
Yeah, on the Eagles note, like in terms of over under, and part of why I think they win too, and this is like a prop that you can bet, is time of possession. Eagles time of possession
Ooh.
is minus 155, and that's exactly a reason why this game could go under and Eagles win, because
I like that
you
bet
think
a
about
lot.
you think about the Eagles, like what is it that they're what is their primary offense? Yes, they have Devonta Smith. Yes, they have AJ Brown, but they put the ball on the ground a lot with Miles Sanders. They put the ball on the ground a lot with Jalen Hurts. And I'm totally blinking on their back running back too, but he also gets quite a lot of carries.
He's had a good postseason, yeah.
Yeah, so I would. I mean, they're gonna. I don't know if you call them a run first team necessarily, but they run a lot, and that's gonna control the clock, gonna bleed the clock, take points off the board.
I love the Eagles. I actually bet them as soon as I think it was like Sunday, right after like the game ended, and they were the underdog. So I literally went on the sportsbook and bet them as underdog at minus 102,
yeah,
I think.
You were the one, you had texted us about that, and
Yeah.
I was like, "That's a good idea, Richie." And I jumped on and I did the same thing. I put $20 in the Eagles. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
put 25. I was like, yes, let's go.
Because you got like money line plus 108 or something at one point, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then it just started like moving everywhere. I'm like, yes, we got a good deal on that. So definitely love the Eagles. I'm not sure about the over under. I've been betting overs for the past couple of Super Bowls. I hate betting unders. Man, I feel like I have to bet the over. It's on. I bet the way I want the outcome to go out in the game, if that makes sense. And I'm not disappointed if it's under, but I know it's going to be under, so whatever.
And
But
maybe
it's hard.
maybe that's the kind of thing where you parlay like an alternate over with the Eagles money line or something like that, where if you can get an alternate over of 42.5 plus Eagles money line at like plus 120, something like that, you know?
Yeah. And it's weird. I'm the type of like better that like wants to do all the novelty props more than like the actual spread. So I only put like 25 on like the actual game. But then like everything else, I'm like going all out, like on like the coin toss, the Gatorade, the touchback at the, like I want to do every one of those things and like squares. So I love doing all that like type of fun stuff.
I do like the touchback, even though divisional or the championship rounds, neither opening kick was a touchback. So I'm definitely betting it this time. Yeah, I'm it's depends how you want to look at it. I know that's popular now with like the fantasy football thing too. I just struggle to keep track of everything. So it's like if you're the kind of person where you can place all your bets and then just let it ride out and forget about it and be happy, like that's fine. I'm like on my phone the whole game, like, all right, how many yards does this person need? So I usually try to find like maybe 4 or 5 player props I'm on, but that's like all I can manage. So
well, another one that I saw that was I'm definitely gonna bet is, will there be a 2-point conversion?
Those are
converted. Yes, I think
Is
there
it
will be one.
Plus odds, or do you remember what?
Yeah, it was like plus 260 or something. I don't remember.
I wonder
with
if
the way analytics are now. Yeah.
I wonder if it's gonna be a missed kick, not field goal per se, but it'll be cool if there's a missed like extra point. Therefore, there'll be for like a 2-point conversion later on. That'd be pretty cool, like parlay to do.
Yeah.
There's just so many.
Yeah. What are you thinking MVP wise? Because obviously the quarterbacks are the favorites.
Yeah.
Is it worth even betting anybody else?
So here's the thing. I think we should talk sleeper MVPs.
Okay, that's kind of
Yeah.
where I was
like you
going. Yeah.
said, Mahomes, Hurts are favorites. Like it's basically a quarterback award with some exceptions. So like if this were to be a year with exceptions, who do you go to?
Yep.
I have an answer, but what do you guys think?
I think we're gonna have the same answer based on how you said you think the game's gonna go. I think you put a sprinkle on Miles Sanders MVP
Okay.
because I think there's a chance he scores 3 touchdowns in this game. If they get down in the red zone, you have AJ Brown gets tackled at the 2. I mean, Hurts could run one of those in, and then you're looking at quarterback's already favored to get it. Plus, he steals one of those touchdowns. What I would probably do is I'm going to bet Jalen Hurts MVP and Miles Sanders, and if either of those hits, I come out ahead.
So I'm going even deeper than that. Partially just for fun. Yeah. I hear you and I like that, but what I like even more is Dallas Goddard
Oh my!
plus 7,000.
I like
Okay. I think all it would take is two
Two,
touchdowns from Dallas Goddard and a 50-plus yard performance. That could be all you need because
Yeah.
the Eagles are they're well-rounded enough that they're going to kind of spread out their offense. And if Goddard ends up being like the top scorer and like the second most receiver or something, he's got a good shot. I'm not saying it's a lock. It's plus 7,000 for a reason. But
Right.
as far as a sleeper goes, I kind of like it. And then
like that.
also, I really like the idea of defensive players winning it. So I like the idea of Hassan Reddick. He's plus 3,500. I highly doubt it happens, but I like the idea of it.
It's crazy.
He's
higher. He's worse odds than the tight end. That's interesting.
I was gonna say, speaking of tight ends, I would pick Travis Kelce just because he's always the go-to guy for Mahomes. He's plus 1,600. I think that's really good value. He's literally the next one down. Like it goes quarterbacks, then Travis Kelce. So it's it's not bad.
If you want a really crazy one, you could put a bet on Jason Kelce MVP plus 250,000 odds.
So what if you bet?
Has an offensive lineman ever won an MVP for the Super Bowl?
Co-MVP, that'd be hilarious.
This sounds crazy, but I might put 25 cents on this. Chad Henne, Super Bowl MVP, is plus 10,000.
It's not crazy.
Because if he gets hurt on the first drive and the Chiefs still win the game, Chad Henne is going to be the Super Bowl MVP.
I saw that. I thought that exact same thing. Yep. I literally, and the Eagles played so physically, like they knocked out Brock Purdy and Josh Johnson. They were playing with nobody. Like I had that exact same thought as you. I just didn't bring it up because I thought it would sound stupid. So I'm glad you said it.
Well, I have no fear of sounding stupid. I think the reason I don't think it hits, I think it's more likely he gets knocked out than that they win the game, though, because it's like I'm picking the Eagles to win. So if Mahomes goes out, I think the odds that the Eagles win is like 98%. So I think it's worth a sprinkle, though. It's just fun, but yeah. All right, cool.
Does the MVP ever go to like the losing team? Ever?
It has, but not for a while, I think.
Only once in NFL history, I believe. And I don't know who it was too. But
I think it's been in the past couple decades. I think that's been a Super Bowl I watched. I'll look that up.
I don't know.
Just wondering, because if I picked Kelce and Eagles to win, that would suck if like that didn't work.
Yeah, you're like covering your.
I think sports have changed in a way where they don't really do that anymore, honestly. Because a couple years ago, the Cavaliers lost to the Golden State Warriors like
2016.
Or 4-2. And LeBron literally like was far and away the best player in that entire series. He single-handedly won 2 games for the Cavaliers, and he did not win MVP. And it's like,
that was stupid.
You didn't give him if you didn't give him MVP, then you're never going to give a losing player MVP.
I thought
I'm fine with that. I hate that they keep saying, well, it can happen. No, it can't.
Yeah. It's like saying, well, a running back could still win the NFL MVP. Yeah, okay. Apparently, it hasn't been recently at all. Super Bowl 5. Chuck Howley, a linebacker for the Cowboys, was named MVP in a game the
linebacker.
Cowboys lost to the Baltimore Colts.
You remember the Super Bowl 5?
I do remember those games. Yeah. Chuck
Baltimore
Howley.
Colts fans are probably just as annoying as Indianapolis Colts fans.
That's pretty annoying. Yeah.
What other props are we thinking? Like, or anytime touchdown scores? I think that's always fun. I do that for every NFL game, but I think the Super Bowl especially.
Yep.
I like Travis
What do you
Kelce
guys
again.
think?
Yeah, you got Kelsey. I'm taking Goddard.
Kelce
so I
for
like
sure.
I like your logic for him as like a dark horse MVP. I do think he scores, so I'm taking him anytime touchdown. And Miles Sanders, but the odds aren't going to be that good, so I probably put that in a parlay somewhere.
Plus
I think-
120.
Yeah, that's true.
I think Kelce is. I don't know what it is, but I think Kelce is well worth a buck put on first touchdown scored. Because every time the Chiefs get down there, no matter the how big the game is, Mahomes always targets Kelce. Kelce always gets open. It's gonna happen. So,
I kind of like MVS, Marquez Valdes
Yeah.
Scantling. He gets pretty much some touches.
What's
The
his
problem-
odds? Do you have it up?
Plus 240.
Okay. Yeah.
The problem, this is the problem though. This is where I start to get with both of these teams. Like after Travis Kelce, both of these teams have enough guys and they've spread their offenses out enough.
Yeah.
You could kind of make an argument for anybody, and you start to kind of overthink things. Like then I'm like, okay, well, what about Juju Smith-Schuster? I could see him scoring a touchdown. Or what about
Boston Scott?
Sure, like didn't he score a touchdown? Or
No, he did. He's been scoring touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah,
Like-
because after Miles Sanders scored, they want to put Boston in, and he's plus 550. So like, if
Plus-
they're blowing him out, then
And both quarterbacks rush for touchdowns, so that takes away from the others. And then it's like, do I bet the quarterback anytime touchdown? Yeah, it's tough.
Quez
But it's fun.
Watkins.
Yeah.
So money.
I think I'm definitely going to put money on first touchdown scored being Kelce, and then I'll probably do some any times with. I'll probably do Sanders and Hurts and Goddard and I don't know. I might even pick Kelce for 2 touchdowns scored because that's probably how Mahomes is going to roll. And I know teams try to cover Kelce. Everyone knows Kelsey's a threat, and he still gets open. That's my thing. Like, he's just kind of an uncoverable dude, and the trust between him and Mahomes is so strong that I feel like Mahomes is going to put the ball on him wherever, and he's going to catch it. So
So these are a couple interesting terms I've got on this sports book. For most people should know this, I think. Will there be a scoreagami? Which is
I
like
saw
first
that.
time that score. So you can bet yes. It's only plus 1,800 here. It's like, I don't think that's worth it.
Is
It's
the
just funny.
scoregami for any game or just for the Super Bowl games?
Just for the Super Bowl. Oh, wait.
The-
Unique final score in. That's a good question. I don't know.
yeah, because if it's just for the Super Bowl, I would bet yes.
Yeah.
But it's plus 1,800, so I guess no. Like, it would have to be like a score that's never been.
I've only heard that referred to as like any NFL game, but
Exactly,
that's a good
yeah.
question. Okay, well, I'm gonna assume it's that, but yeah, I don't know. And then this one, I've never heard this term before. Any player to record an octopus. Do you know what that is?
Sounds dirty.
Wait, what'd you say?
Any player to slip someone the octopus. No, any player to score an octopus apparently means they score a touchdown and a 2-point conversion on the same drive. So like you'd have AJ Brown
It's worth
catch-
8 points.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That makes sense. AJ Brown scores the touchdown and catches the 2-point conversion, which
Can't believe
that's
that's actually a
surprised.
term.
that's only plus 1,300. I feel like that's way less likely.
I'm surprised that you, the Detroit Red Wings fan, wouldn't know about the octopus term.
We just throw them on the ice. I don't know
Yeah.
what they mean. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
That's an interesting one. Yeah. What did
I could
we
see
s-
Miles Sanders or somebody, but I feel like you always pass it in 2-point conversions. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, okay, I know I've been saying it, but honestly, Kelce, again, he's
Yeah.
always Mahomes' go-to guy. And I know, like, I just think he's one that would always get targeted for stuff like that. Like, I'd put money on him, Dallas Goddard, who I already mentioned. Like, the tight ends are both really good in this game.
And if you
Obviously,
think Goddard's going to get MVP, doing that would go a long way.
I didn't say I think he is. I said I
No,
think
right.
he's a sleeper.
But it like
But-
stacks on top of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about this? Any player to rush for 100+ yards is plus 310. You don't have to name the player. It's just any player. And you have the fact that you have a couple quarterbacks who they won't, but they have the possibility to. I don't know. I don't see
I don't
Casey's
think
running
it's
back
gonna
doing it.
happen.
I don't
think-
either, but like at plus 310.
I don't know. I don't see Sanders doing it because I agree that with what Richie said that Sanders is going to get split carries with Hurts and Scott.
Could Hurts rush for 100?
Oh,
He could, but he might be the most likely out of everybody, honestly.
So here's the thing with a quarterback like Hurts, and as a Bears fan, and he's very similar to Fields in his rushing capabilities. If Hurts were to break a big one, right? If Hurts were to get a 60-yard run, okay, all of a sudden getting 100 yards is like kind of easy because even just especially because sacks count against passing yards, not rushing yards.
Exactly.
So it would be, you'd only need 40 more yards. Again, I don't know, 40 is still kind of a big number, but I don't know. It's probably worth a sprinkle at plus 310 or whatever, but I don't know. I'm probably not going to bet it. I don't really see it happening.
Yeah. This one, I've never bet this. I don't have a feel for how I'd bet this. I guess if I'm betting the under, I would take take the under here too. Total offensive yards in game is over or under 739.5. That's interesting.
Jeez.
Wow.
So if you're betting the under, you probably bet the under on yards, I guess. It's even money, 739.5. It's interesting.
Offensive yards or total yards?
Says total net offensive yards, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Because
So
total
if someone like
yards-
Niels, you might be fucked.
So no kick return yards or anything. Yeah.
Yeah, because total yards would include that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That's a big number. That's saying both teams are going over 350.
Yeah.
Now,
Passing and rushing. But basically with a lot of rushing totals, you'll see, under 100 total rushing yards. Is a quarterback going to break 300? Yeah, I don't know. I think that I'd bet the under because I'm taking the under in points, but yeah.
I'd go under. That's too big. I think what's way more interesting is honestly like 650. Because if you believe it's going to be a defensive game, like 650, you're still assuming both teams are going 325, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of yardage to put up. Or maybe it's just me as a Bears fan, but like that's a decent amount. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a lot of things like that I'm not going to bet, but they're interesting. Do you guys both do the coin toss? I know, Richie, you said you do that.
Tails never fails, but it failed me last year. So
Yeah,
it's not
I'm
gonna
going
fail
to
me
do
this
coin
year.
toss.
I bet heads last year. Sorry.
I bet heads last year because I bet tails the year before and it didn't work. So I'm going for it again. I'm going to do heads again this year.
That's what I was thinking.
Keep asking for head until it doesn't work.
Yeah, I love heads.
I think last year I put $100 on that tails. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I missed, so I have to do it again.
Chasing tail. It'll get you every time.
I know. Dang. Oh, I would say congratulations to LeBron James. He's gonna do it today.
Oh, I bet him to do it.
This.
I bet him to do it.
Whenever people
today.
watch it, he's got it.
How's that looking
Did
right
he
now?
do
Is
it?
he?
What's that?
Did he break
officially
the
do it?
record?
No, it starts at 9 p.m. But
Oh.
I'm just saying, like for the future, when they watch this, he's very have had it already. That makes sense.
Congrats to LeBron James on doing something that is not that exciting.
Said with no sense of negativity or bias whatsoever.
I've seen people put out tweets that are like, I can't wait for LeBron to break the scoring record so we never have to hear about Jordan again.
Okay.
Dude, what?
Is that how they think that's gonna work?
Just because he's in the league longer. Like, come on, if Jordan was in the league longer.
LeBron is
It's just a
played for,
different
like,
league too.
Yeah.
the same length as Brady almost. Like,
It's a Brady thing, yeah. But like he didn't win as many championships.
He's gonna play
I'm not
twice
saying
as
he is
long
Brady.
as
I'm saying Yeah, he's already played like twice as long as Jordan did.
And he just now is like, yeah.
People
Jordan would have doubled
already,
up the all-time record if he played this long.
people have said like a long time ago, like just based on the pace Jordan was at, he would have hit this number a while ago. Yeah. But his body just wore down, and like people want to talk about, oh well, players these days, blah blah blah. It's like oh the game is so much tougher these days because all the players are at a higher level. It's like all these players have a lot higher levels of like medicine and science and technology to help them have longer careers. Like Jordan was worn down after the first three-peat, and he gambled a lot, and that's why he had a break there, supposedly.
Yeah.
And then he came back, and
Yeah, but responsible.
anyway.
He did not, from what I've
Can you
heard.
imagine if Jordan broke the all-time scoring record on the Washington Wizards?
That would have been great.
That can't be that hard. Come on. How long has that franchise been like open?
No, not the franchise.
He breaks the
all-time
league
NBA.
record while he's on the
Yeah.
Wizards. Yeah, he probably could have broken their all-time record, like the
And once
team's
he said
record,
Yeah.
if he played a full season more. Yeah. John Wall's probably their all-time record holder.
Gilbert Arenas.
You guys will say Gilbert Arenas, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Gilbert the Gun Arenas.
Was that what he was called?
No,
gun?
but
No.
he got in trouble for bringing a gun into the locker room.
I think he misunderstood the Washington Bullets
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Like, oh, I thought like
Well,
this was a thing, guys.
I thought this
Yeah, I
was
thought it was
requirement.
throwback night, guys. Yeah. I thought it was 80s night at the arena.
Yeah. He's just like Ja Morant.
That was wild. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I don't
Oh,
know what
man.
you're talking about. What happened with Ja Morant?
After the Pacers game, they were in like a parking garage, and Ja Morant got in like a vehicle with, he has like a group of people he was with and stuff, and they kind of slowly circled around, and I guess they rolled a window down, and like a laser was like a red laser was shining on people, and the security thought it was a gun. So apparently people in Ja's group were like potentially about to shoot up the Pacers. It's crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pacers are always getting the shit. Remember Mouse on the Palace? Yeah, Mouse on the Palace was Pacers too, right?
Yeah, the Pacers were totally about to win a championship before this happened with Ja Morant.
I would have been, yeah, I was going to say, I don't know that I would have been too torn up if that happened.
Jeez. If a tree
I mean, I
falls in
know
the
the-
forest, am I right? Oh, man. Well,
Wild.
all right.
Speaking of, the Bulls are playing the Grizzlies tonight. So
Be
Right
careful
now.
out there. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm watching that right
hey,
now.
in Chicago, it's a lot more acceptable and common.
that's true. It's
That's
just
true.
part of the
Part of the
experience.
culture.
Yeah.
It's the culture. Great. Wonderful.
Have you seen the movie You People?
No, I have not.
Oh, it's great. You gotta watch it.
Is it new?
It's
I
new. It's
feel
with
like-
Jonah Hill and
Okay, I've seen.
Lauren London. But in the movie, Jonah Hill does a podcast, and
Nice.
he's like, it's about the culture because he's with the guy, he's with the black guy and stuff, and he's like, yeah, it's about the culture. He's like, you mean black culture? No, the culture, man. Like it's funny.
The
It's hilarious.
culture.
Yeah,
Oh man.
you should watch it.
Anywho, any more Super Bowl? Like, okay, this is not at all related to bets, but I want to hear you guys like. Let's make a list of what is our top 5 picks for Rihanna songs that will be performed at halftime.
Ooh.
Oh,
okay,
number
I like
one
this.
is Run This Town plus 900.
Wait, you can bet this?
I don't know. Someone told me like I saw it somewhere like it was plus 900. I'm like, no way. I don't know where
Oh,
it would
I'd-
be, but I think
I
that'd be
feel
the
like
first
there's no
song,
way you can bet that because somebody's gonna get it leaked.
Probably.
You got to play Umbrella.
Yeah,
obviously.
you say. Well, hold on. You say that, but at the same time, these like last year they were leaking like, oh, Eminem's doing this song or whatever.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen.
That's
Like
true.
they purposefully leak incorrect information.
Mm.
Anywho,
Mm.
so I'm torn on Umbrella. I've thought about it, and it's like her first big song, and it would make sense.
Yeah.
But it's also so old too.
But
But
is
also
she like
last-
promoting?
No.
She's not promoting an album or anything. Like all her music's old. So I'm like, I don't know if that matters. Unless I don't know.
She's like my twin. We have the same birthday.
Dude,
FYI.
does she?
yeah, you guys look exactly the same.
I can see
No, I
the
know, right?
resemblance, yeah.
Can you say? Can you give us a little sample? little
A little
little
yeah.
mixtape.
I unfortunately I can't sing, so
That was terrible.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Umbrella. I think so. Like, I really, when I look at songs by her that I like Stay a lot, but it's too slow for the Super Bowl.
What do you think about what do you think about Only Girl in the World?
Oh, I hate that song, but
I
I
know.
think she probably will play it. Yeah.
What's the song with Whips and Chains Excite Me? What's the song called?
S&M, they won't play that. I don't think. I
That's a
love that
little.
song. It's a good
Yeah.
song, but
I
But
do
it's a
like
beat
it.
song. Like yeah, but yeah, they won't
That's
play
old
it.
too. Yeah. That was one of her.
S and M.
Imagine they
Take a
play
Bow
it and
Bow
it's
is
like, oh
good, but
no,
also
and it's the whole
slow.
Janet Jackson thing all over again. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
The thing, like, and then like, here's a song that I don't think she'll do the whole song, but like, I could see it being sampled, and that's the work, 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 work. Like, I
Oh
that
could,
yeah, that's
song's
gonna be yeah.
trash.
I know, but I could see her like
Yeah.
just throwing it in at the end of a song.
Rihanna's one of those artists where it's like there's no in between for me. A lot of her songs I really like, and a lot of her songs I really hate. There's no like, this is okay. Like some people like Taylor Swift, all of her songs are okay. Rihanna, her songs are either the worst thing you've ever heard or a really catchy good song.
One song that is really popular that I hate of hers is Shine Bright Like a Diamond, and that will for sure be performed at this halftime
Yeah,
show.
that's just
Oh
one of
yeah,
her
I
big ones.
forgot about that.
I feel like I could see like a What's My Name song. I'm thinking
Yep.
about songs that are featuring other big artists. Drake's never been in a Super Bowl, has he? So like
No, I don't think so.
you could bring Drake in as a feature.
Well, Umbrella
has Jay-Z, yeah. Love the
Is there
Way
any
You
guess-
Lie is really good, but Eminem was just on the Super Bowl. So
Is there any guests that they said there's gonna be on with Rihanna?
I haven't seen anything.
No, and that was gonna be my next question is like who do you think would be someone we could see?
Jay-Z, I guess.
So she does that song.
Definitely not Chris Brown.
Definitely not Kanye West.
But it would be great if they came together.
Who, Chris Brown and Rihanna or Kanye West and Rihanna?
No, Kanye West and Chris Brown. It's like
Mm.
Yoda.
Oh,
That
okay.
would be interesting.
That would be insane.
Yeah, it'd be a hit.
Yep.
Yeah, it would be.
Smashing hit.
It'd be a beat like no other.
Boy.
Yeah. So okay. I don't know.
4 or 5 seconds would be
Oh.
interesting though, because Paul McCartney's in it. So like, could you get
Oh,
another
yeah.
genre like that? At this point, you just assume it's gonna be like a pop or rap artist. Like, could they do like another rock or like a country artist would be interesting?
That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, as far as country goes, I can see getting some of the pop country. Like, I
Yeah.
could see like if Florida Georgia Line shows up, like I don't know, probably not actually them, but
Mhm.
something like that, a Kane Brown or something.
Something
like,
very poppy. Like
Luke
like Luke Bryan, Morgan Wallen, something. Yeah.
See, I don't know. I don't know if Luke Bryan would be a sideshow for
Yeah, that's
the
true.
Super Bowl halftime show. Like, I've honestly been surprised they haven't really hired any country artists recently because there's several that could easily headline a Super Bowl halftime show,
Mm.
and it would be good. And Luke Bryan to me would be the number one guy you go with right now because
Yeah.
of just how popular he is.
Nick Adams has been saying for forever we need Chris Rock or
Kid Rock.
Kid Rock, not Chris
Chris
Rock.
Rock. He just comes in like
Speaking
Chris
of bodily harm, yeah,
Chris
not-
Rock, that'd be hilarious. Oh my
you
word.
just do a stand up at
That'd
halftime.
be awesome.
That'd be really cool, actually.
and then most of it
They
just comes
should just
out
do
and just
that.
slaps him again. That'd be great.
Oh man, Chris Rock.
Yeah. Oh, and the other band I've always thought would be good would be Imagine Dragons. I really think they would be good
Yeah,
at the Super Bowl.
I don't like them, but it'd be a good way to mix it up too, because we've had so many solo artists. It'd be nice to have like a group or a band again.
Yeah. 21 Pilots would be pretty dope
They're
at
good.
the
I like
Super Bowl.
Smashing Pumpkins has a new song out. They're pretty cool.
Do they actually?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like Smashing Pumpkins.
The Smashing Pumpkins, that's one where it's like it's weird to have
Yeah.
them with Rihanna, but they're popular enough and if they have a new single, you could like it's kind of like when Bruno Mars had the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like,
yeah. And they're not going to expect a headline, so they're fine. Like just kind of
Right.
background
Yeah, and
vocal.
Smashing Pumpkins is not like headliner, like they're like nostalgia kind of, you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
That's a good point.
Interesting.
yeah, I just heard it last week. I'm like, oh shit, they're back.
I would have loved, like, you don't really have it as much now, but like when Green Day was really big, like a band being like
Blink-182, that'd
Green
be
Day
fun.
was in one, I think.
were they actually?
I think
Like
so.
something like that. Like you don't have like Greta Van Fleet. Is that like the big like,
Oh man,
if
I
you're
want
talking
them
about
in there so bad.
if
You
you're
know what
talking
I
about
mean?
like bands, because I'd rather see a band than a solo artist. But yeah, who's like an up and coming band that hasn't been in it? I don't know if there really is another one, but yeah, I don't know.
So U2
U2, yeah.
in 2006, U2 performed with Green Day.
Did okay. That'd be 2002, you said?
Remember when U2 just incepted our
Yeah.
iPods and
I'll
just
have to-
gave us their album?
Yeah, what the heck? That was
I'm always
whenever I
like triggered by
lose
that. That's why
whenever I
hate
lose
YouTube.
internet signal, my phone would like start playing some obscure U2 song on my earbuds. I was like, what is this?
Hey, U2's good. Don't hate
I do
on
like
U2.
U2. It's just really weird.
That's like how they incepted my iPod at the time.
Foo Fighters would be
Oh, that'd be
awesome.
great.
But they lost another member recently, so I mean they wouldn't, but yeah.
Tribute, I don't know.
David
I'm not
Grohl
saying
is
it has
so
to be
good.
this year, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, get the Foo Fighters there. That'd be awesome.
Well, also, I mean, if he wasn't like a cult leader, you could have what's the other one that 30 or Mars? What's it
Oh,
30
called?
Seconds to
30
Mars?
Seconds to Mars.
30 Seconds to Mars. Yeah, they're good.
Jared Leto. Is that
Yeah,
who you're
Jared
talking
Leto, the actor slash
about? So,
yeah.
do we know who's
Cult
singing
leader.
the national anthem?
Oh, Over Under. That's fun too.
Ooh, for the yeah. I don't know who's singing it. I haven't seen that.
That also depends on the over under.
Don't a lot of people go
Over,
under?
I think. Right?
People go over.
Yeah, because people like bank on the person
Over
holding that
stylizing it.
note.
I feel like there's been a little bit of a correction though recently where that was a perception that happened for such a long time. Now artists are kind of aware of that and trying to be simpler with it.
Yeah, because I feel like it's not so much about holding the note. It'll be more like where they'll be like,
Blackhawk scored. Sorry, my lights are going out. Not the police.
I feel like it's more common where artists will be like, the land of the free
Big pause.
and that's where to me it's like it's not even about how long they hold Home of the Brave. It's more about after free, there's like a pause for drama, and then it picks up. That I think is a key second or two that takes place there.
I wonder who actually does
like
the clocking for that. Like someone just there, like, all right, let's go, and then like just stops as soon as the song's done. Like that's wild.
I just remember I think it was it the Bears Lions Thanksgiving game that Aretha Franklin did the halftime or the national anthem? It was a Lions Thanksgiving game, and Aretha Franklin did, no joke, like a 6.5 minute long national anthem. It was so bizarre.
Okay.
I think it was over 6 minutes.
For the national anthem.
Yeah. I was like, I didn't even know that was possible.
So we don't know who's singing it.
Let's see. National anthem. Chris Stapleton. Hey, that's a country singer.
Is it actually?
Is he really? That's
Oh, it
the
is.
best part of the whole night.
That actually is really cool. I like Chris Stapleton a lot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over. Well, actually, I don't know what the number is, but I'm probably gonna go over.
He feels kind of though like he'd be a little more like shy. Like when I've seen some of his like live shows and stuff, I could see him being kind of more reserved and just respectful about it and doing something simple. I don't know. Yeah.
Does he hold notes long in the
He
song?
does. Yeah.
Okay, that's
He
good.
does. Have you not listened to Chris Stapleton music?
I
Come
do,
on, man.
but I can't
He's so
name a
good.
song. I don't know. Like,
You're as smooth.
oh yeah, it's Tennessee whiskey.
as
Yeah,
Tennessee whiskey.
got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
You're
was
as
him.
Sweet as strawberry wine.
What if he did the national anthem like just with the same tune and everything?
Yeah, that's a really long, like held, like I'm
Yep.
going definitely over.
Land of the free. Yeah. Starting over is really good by him too.
Broken
so good.
Halos.
Yeah. Stapleton.
Speaking of country, real quick, do you know Morgan Wallen is releasing a 36 like song album?
I did. I saw that on
That's awesome.
Caleb Presley thing.
Yeah, on Sunday Conversation. That's hilarious. But yeah,
That's also
wild.
a great YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Or content, the Sunday conversations.
yeah, that's dope.
All right. Any final thoughts, bets, angles we want to hit, if you know what I mean?
Who's
Gatorade.
broadcasting this game? I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't even know that.
I hope
Fox,
it's not
I think?
Tony Romo. It is Fox, but I don't.
I think it's Burkhardt and Olsen, isn't it?
Yes. Olsen's so good.
I think it
Did
might
you
be.
see Brady's taking an off year before he joins Fox? So
I saw that, but
Olsen-
he's making a shit ton of money.
yeah, but that at least that means we'll get another full year of Olsen before he
Okay,
loses his
so
job to Brady.
I think so. Here's my take. Greg Olsen is the bomb.
100%.
Kevin Burkhardt is fine. I could take or leave him. Like I would never be disappointed if like he left. I like him, but I don't, I'm not like, oh,
Right.
Kevin Burkhardt.
Mhm.
So I'm very excited about that. And as far as the whole Brady stuff goes, like Fox, if they're smart, Fox moves Olsen to their B team.
Yeah.
And so right now their B team, I believe, is Joe Davis with Moose Johnston.
You're
like,
not losing
so
anything by moving him
boot-
to that.
Yeah, boot Moose Johnston and put Greg Olsen with him.
Yeah.
And if you have basically what I would do if I'm Fox, I put Joe Davis and Greg Olsen at the top noon game of the day, and then you give the top afternoon game to Burkhardt and Brady.
Yeah.
That's probably the best way to do it. But I think Olsen could get bought out. Like I could see him going ESPN. Potentially. I know obviously Aikman and Buck are there, but I could see him going there. I could also see him like I don't know what the contract situation looks like for Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit, but I could see him jumping over to Amazon Prime too.
Yeah.
And a lot of possibilities. So
For sure. So interesting. All right, cool.
Sounds good.
Good to go.
Eagles.
Philly special.
Blah.
Go Birds, go. What'd you say?
He's trying to say fly Eagles fly, but his internet's tripping up. He's like, fly Eagles fly.
It's the remixed version.
That's right.